Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's be free.
We are Marianne and Chris, and we have been travelling since May 2018. After 6 months of preparing ourselves and our 15-year-old camper van called Trudy, we set off on the 4th of January 2020 to attempt to drive her and ourselves all the way around the world.
And in this episode, we arrive in the French town of Amboise, where we try some local delicacies and explore this wonderful town. We've arrived in the town of Amboise, and this morning we are going to go and explore the town, which is where Marianne's sister lives. And you can see where we parked Trudy behind us.
Yes, she's wedged perfectly in. So parking's at a premium in any town. There is actually a Park for Night spot, probably about 5 minutes from here.
Yeah, walk,
with
5 minutes
100
walk.
free parking spots where the old fire station was. But Ali very kindly asked her neighbour whether we could put Trudy there so we're close by. So yeah.
So Marianne very skillfully squeezed her in between two buildings. And it's a little bit of a grey day today. The sun is not shining on us yet, but we're really looking forward to giving you a taste of France and having a look around this wonderful town. So one thing I love about the French culture is all the coffee shops and the food. They do the most beautiful baguettes, and they've actually even got like little mini burgers on display here. So we've come down to a place, what's the name of where we are?
It's the horloge, which means the tower, the clock. So yeah, this place is one of the places that Ali recommends because they do patisseries, but they also do savouries as well. They make all their stuff in-house, and it's local produce as well.
And all of the bread that you can see behind me is made on site, fresh every day.
We're incredibly lucky to be involved in the making of the galette des rois that I mentioned before in the supermarket. These guys make them fresh in their bakery. How lovely. They take 3 days, I'm being told. And here in this lovely local bakery, they sell between 1,200 and 1,500 galette des rois every January. That is quite some celebration.
So what's really cool, I've never seen this before, in the fridge behind me they actually have the sandwich toppings on a metal base, and then the metal base is then put on a magnet platform, and it flips it and puts the topping actually on the bread. Amazing. So how good does this food look? We have a little mini burger to try and a little mini hot dog with some fried onions in a bun. And then we also have a baguette, and then we also have some pastries. And this cappuccino is the best looking cappuccino I have ever had. Well, that was an absolutely delicious lunch. Bit of breakfast, bit of lunch. Actually, it was our second breakfast of the day. I'm getting used to this French thing. And we just popped back to the van to get our coats because it's actually started raining. But that's not gonna stop us having a look around because we're from the UK and we are used to the rain.
As always, we recommend that you come down to the tourism office And here in Amboise, we are super lucky because although I speak some French, the guys here all speak English, and they also have brochures in English, which is super helpful.
La casquette pour
I'm going to try a
aujourd'hui.
hat.
Avec ses beaux yeux verts.
Ah,
Ah,
beautiful.
ah,
Ah,
I'm
nice.
feeling very French right now.
Does she look French? She looks French. Actually, that really suits you.
c'est une comique, hein.
It suits her.
Does it suit me?
It really does suit you.
Does it?
Doesn't
Bah
it?
oui, c'est vrai.
Oh.
Je l'ai choisi avec la couleur de vos yeux.
Oh, he's chosen it with the colour of my eyes.
Ah.
Of course.
Nice. So in France, they're famous for berets and different hats.
Ouais, ça c'est la grave. C'est pas grave.
Beautiful.
Voilà, comme ça.
Oh, wow.
Peaky Blinders.
You, yes.
Exactly, that's what you are with
Yes.
the cap.
With the Peaky Blinders.
Is this Chris becoming a
French?
Frenchman?
Bonjour, monsieur.
Let's check you out.
It's good.
Oui.
What do you think, guys?
Yeah,
A bit French.
you're looking very French.
So we're wandering around this beautiful town, and we've come across the main castle that you can see behind us in this lovely little square. I'm sure in the summer, when everyone's outside, sat outside with a glass of beer, eating and enjoying the scenery, this is going to be absolutely amazing. It's a little bit grey today to be sitting outside, but what a beautiful view. So the amazing doors that you can see behind us is actually where the horses used to go into the castle. And during the opening times between March and around November, this area, they sell lots of different types of wines. So if you're looking for some wines, come down to the castle. I just love all the old, beautiful buildings. It's just so pretty walking around it. I would definitely recommend coming to Amboise if you are driving down through France. They got these wonderful troglodyte houses built into the side of the cliff here, under the castle gardens, I assume it's under the cliff. So we've just come into the exit of the castle, because we're not actually going in, but you can see the ramp behind me, and the ramp actually goes all the way up to the top of the cliff, and this is where they used to bring the horses in to take them up.
Well, we are just outside this phenomenal building, and this is where Francois I, who was the king at the time, who invited Leonardo da Vinci to come over to France, leaving Italy, and use this base to create more beautiful works of art and his scientific experiments and drawings. And what a very inspirational place to live. This fantastic design was actually the inspiration that Leonardo da Vinci created to make helicopters flight, the actual circular motion to create flight. Wow, it's just so lovely to be able to actually witness where Leonardo da Vinci would have worked to create this.
So we've had a wonderful walk around the town, and we've actually stopped now to get something else to eat. Today is definitely a little bit of a food day, and when you're in France, there's a couple of things you're expected to eat, and snails is one of them, so I have ordered 6 snails, and crepes is another one, so we've also ordered a crepe. And so yeah, we're going to give this a go. I've never eaten snails before.
I have, and I'm not sure that I need to eat them again. But Chris wants me to share that experience.
So yeah, so we're going to give it a go. So the way to eat it is you break the bread and you dip the bread into the butter. So it's a bit like garlic butter with parsley and herbs. It's lovely. and then you eat the snail and the bread at the same time. So here goes. It tastes good. It tastes like garlicky, herby, buttery snail. But no, it's really nice. It's really good. And you're looking at me like I'm not convinced, but I'm going in for another one, so it can't be that bad. I thought it would be a lot more chewy, but it's not. It's actually really tender. It tastes good. There's a reason that they eat so many snails, and because they taste good.
Crepes. I've got a sweet one, Ali's got a savoury. My one is like a lemon and meringue one, because I love citrus flavours. So I'm going to go in for my citrus crepe. So it's got like a lemon curd, some like meringue, and then there's like this berry compote-y thing. That is delicious because the meringue is really crispy and really nice, and then the citrusy, oh lovely.
Oh, lovely.
I would order that again.
So the creperie that we're eating is called Under Britannia, and it's just at the bottom of the ramp to the entrance of Le Chateau here in Amboise. And if you'd like some real French food, come down and give it a go. Delicious. We've actually walked across the bridge that you can see behind us, and to get a really good view of the castle, and you can see how high up it is. I can't believe how big this river is. And you can see the gardens of the castle in the background, and you don't realise how big the castle is until you actually come away from it and look back. Very cool. So the bit of land that we are actually stood on is actually an island, and the river is so large that the river actually runs both sides of this island.
So I was told by my sister Ali that if you're going to come to Amboise, you have to go to certain places. And this is one of the places. I'm here with Christophe Gallon, who owns this beautiful local delicatessen and winery. And she recommended him because he's a local character who's been here, and his family have been here for many, many years. And the produce is all locally produced and locally sourced. So this is Christophe. I wanted to introduce you to him, and he can tell you a little bit more about his business.
Hello, welcome to Amboise in my store. So we have many local products from my family farm. Particularly the Rillette de Tours is a really special specialty, and also goat cheese, and also many products from fish from the Loire also, and also little biscuits that I make myself. And you are welcome also for testing wine, because we have a special area, special place for make wine testing and all the local Loire Valley wine.
Nice. You may have seen my eyes light up when he talked about the wine. Yes, we're not at all being sponsored by the tourist office, but we thought we'd share this video because when we arrived in Amboise, it's so pretty and everybody has been so friendly, and we thought we'd introduce you to some of the foods and the characters that we meet here, because it's just beautiful.
We are at Marianne's sister's Ali's house that you can see in the background behind us, and we've making orange juice, amazing, and we've come in for an early breakfast, And the table is laid up beautifully. We definitely feel like we're being spoilt this morning because Ali is in the process of getting her building ready. It's a hotel and it's in the centre of Amboise. So we are guests before it's even been opened.
Yeah. Does that make us the guinea pigs?
Join us on the next episode as we continue heading south towards the city of Lyon, where we catch up with an old friend, Vera, and her family who show us their local area.
He was explaining that they don't mess around with it. They allow the water in the oh, cut bugger. Oh, sorry. Just up there is the castle. Oh, it's very noisy. Hang on, it's very noisy. Sorry.
And you've got all these frogs going in it. Please sit down. You're laughing.